Hey, what's up guys? Gangster Driller here. So today we're going to be working on a bracelet that has apparently got snagged and caught. The end tab has been popped off on one side here. Not only that, the clasp has been lifted up, so this will end up, you can see that'll just slip in and out without the clasp even being open. So, and you can see it's thin on top here. Now in most cases, for whatever reason, they would sell you a new clasp just because they get more money out of that. That's about $100, maybe $120 clasp right there. But we're not going to do that. We're not here to rape people. The spring is good, the clasp is good. The problem is just this top is wore down. So we're going to rebuild this top and push this back down. And there's still plenty of life left in this clasp. Much more life in it. Now we will have to be careful because there is a spring here. So you can melt the spring. So you want to just be mindful of that. But we're going to build that top up. And we are going to get this end tab to solder down where we need it to be. That is what we're working on today. So let's go ahead and I need to straighten this end tab out a little bit. It's a little cockeyed here. If I can find a pair of pliers. I think these will work for now. Yeah, you can tell this bracelet is just, it's been heavily used, heavily worn. Let's go ahead and we're going to take care of the end tab first here. Yeah, let's go ahead and flip that around like that. Let me turn this around just a little bit more here. Hold on, I gotta check something real quick here, guys. Okay. And we just need to turn this just a little bit. Now there's two ways you could tackle this, okay? If you got paste solder, you can use paste solder. That's usually what I like to do for end tabs. Or you could open this up, put a little ball of solder there, and then push it down. But we're going to use some paste solder for this. We're going to go ahead and put our boric acid denatured alcohol on here a little bit. And like I said, there's really no right or wrong way. You know, there's several ways that certain things can be done. It's just the way I do them. But there is no right or wrong way, per se. And we need to flip our tip here. We need to go to a 4 tip. It's a 5, 3, 6, 4. Switch to our 4 tip here. Let's go ahead and burn some of that stuff off there. Now, like I said, I like to use paste solder preferably. But like I said, there is no right or wrong way. You could put a drop of solder there. But we're going to put a little paste solder there. Well, we was going to put a little paste solder there. Let me get that stuff off my hands here. Alright, that's what I was afraid of. I think somehow my tip of my thing got screwed up here. Ain't that a bitch? Sure did. Right at the end, it got screwed up somehow. Ain't coming out. There we go. There we go. We got it. Problem fixed. But we're just going to put a little bit right underneath that spot there. Then I'm going to zoom you guys in. And we're not trying to melt it, we're using a very small flame. And we're just pushing, heating that up, and pushing that downward till that paste solder catches. Until it solders down. Okay, I think we are soldered. But what we want to do, just to be sure that we are, is we want to check. We want to check by lifting up on it. And that sucker is soldered on there. And this thing has definitely been worn. And the end tab looks like it's been changing on this side. You can see how big that is versus the one over here. So there's been a lot of work done on this over the years. And actually, we're going to heat this back up because I want to move it over a little bit. just because I kind of don't like where it's sitting at. I want to bring it over just a tad. Sorry guys, trying to keep you in focus there. Alright, let me take a look at that real quick here. Alright, let me zoom you guys out for a second here. Oh yeah, you can tell this has been worked on before, many a times. Just from the end there too, the end is all twisted up there. Let's see if we can straighten that out a little bit. You can see how twisted that is. Yep, it's had a new end tab put on it. This end tab's been welded on the end. It's just gotten some good use out of it. Sorry guys, I gotta adjust you here. Alright, we got that part pretty much taken care of the best that we can. That's been soldered there before. That we did not do. We might try to clean that up a little bit, but let's go ahead and clean this part up a little bit, and then we'll go to the clasp. We need to weld that top part there. Some different pliers here. So what we need to do is bend that back down so that it meets flush with that bottom piece. Like that, because it needs to meet flush to that bottom so the end tab doesn't slip out. And then we're going to build this top part up. But before we do that, let's go ahead and clean this up a little bit here. Need to switch wheels. Okay. That's another way you can tell that the end tabs have been changed. See, that's 14 karat there. And then this one, they put a 10 karat one on it. Let's see if you can see that. See, 10 karat. So these end tabs are different. They've been changed at one time or another. And this one, like I said, you can tell it's been welded on the tip there, which that we did not do. We just fixed the part where it was popped up right here. And we want to pull up on it one more time. Make sure it's nice and solid, which it is. So let's go ahead and work on fixing this top piece here. We got it lined up to the bottom on the clasp there. So let's go ahead and get it set up here in our little contraption here. And we're going to go ahead and boric acid denatured alcohol it. You guys know the drill by now, I think. At least on that front. And now, let's go ahead and cut us a piece of solder here. All right. And we need a little flux. That always helps. Put us a little bit on the top there. And let's go in and see if we can't build this thing up here. Idea is we would like to build the top of this up. Now most people would just replace the clasp, but there's still a lot of life left in this clasp. So you can rebuild the top of it. All right, we need to go in it with a little more heat. Just a tiny little bit. Just the flame a little more here. The solder did not quite go where we wanted it, so we're going to have to cut us another piece here. Did not quite go where I wanted it. Alright, that kind of went where we wanted it. We need to add a little bit more though. A little bit more. All right, let's take a look at what we got here. Oh yeah, it looks a lot better. Let me dip this in the water real quick. I'll show you what we got so far. So, remember how thin that was up there? And see, our spring still works. We didn't burn the spring up. And see how nice and thick that is now? It looks ugly right now. But see how nice and thick that is now compared to what it was? And then that clasp was going to have a lot more life in it, left in it. But let's go ahead and clean this up real quick. Make it look good again. Sorry guys, I gotta adjust you out here a little bit. Just a second, guys. There it is. And we're just filing it down, trying to make it look uniform again. And that saves a lot of money than having to replace that entire class for 120 bucks, which is what most people would do. But there's really no need to do that unless you're just trying to get more money out of somebody. You can build this top up and still have a lot of life left in this class. Spring's still real strong in it. Alright guys, so we got the top of our class rebuilt, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook it in here real quick, and we're going to clean up the rest of this class here, get a lot of these cheap scratches out of there. Alright guys, so we got the top of that taken care of. Got that all rebuilt. And we got our end tab back together here. So now what we need to do is go clean this bad boy. And then we'll go give her a polish and see what the final product looks like. But we need to dip this in ultrasound for a few. And then we'll go polish her up. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back with that bracelet. So you can see we got it fairly clean in the ultrasound there. We just need to polish this clasp up and this end tab where we had to weld it. And then we'll polish the rest of the bracelet up. But let's go ahead and get that started and get that done. We'll start with the clasp first here. You see how that's starting to clean up real nice. Alright, we're going to go ahead and hook this up real quick, just so that we can clean the rest of the clasp here, or buff the rest of the clasp. Look how that's shining up. It's looking good, looking good. Got that nice thick top, or on the top there for the clasp. You see the difference and how that polishes up real nice? Alright, we're ready to move on to the rest of the bracelet here. So now let's go ahead and do the rest of the bracelet, because otherwise it's going to look weird having the clasp done and not the rest of the bracelet. Look at that thing. Alright, let's do the other side. And that's coming out beautiful. Beautimous. That's what we'll say, beautimous. And we're just going to do the same thing going the opposite direction on the same side. Oh, look at that. Dang. It's going to look even better once we get all that black rouge off of there. But boy, look at that thing. That thing shine. Alright, let's go drop this in the ultrasound, guys. I got one little spot I want to get here. Alright, let's go drop this in the ultrasound, guys, and we'll come back and look at the finished product. This is going to be nice. We'll be right back. Alright, guys. We're back with that bracelet. Look at how that thing turned out. Holy shit. Look at that. Man. That looks almost too good. But you see we got that clasp, got the top part all built back up, We got the end tab welded back down. And that turned out real nice. Damn, I almost hate touching them when they look like this. I don't want no fingerprints or nothing on them. God dang, look at that. Oh boy. Well, this is another repair down, guys. If you would like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. If you'd like to help donate to the channel, the links will be down in the description. It just helps the channel grow, although it's not required. I just appreciate you guys watching. If you'd like for me to do your repairs, the link for my Etsy shop will be down in the description. And I'll most likely make a video of me doing your repairs. And also, I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm always forgetting something at the end here. Clean that off a little bit. But yeah, if you'd like to subscribe, if you'd like to help donate, if you'd like for me to do your repairs. Oh, if you want jewelry, if you're in Jacksonville area, I highly recommend Money Miser on Blanding Boulevard. They probably have some of the best jewelry selection in town, as far as I'm concerned. Now, if you're not in the Jacksonville area and you're looking to get some jewelry for Christmas, if you go to Stellar Jewelry online, I recommend ordering your jewelry from there. But if you're in the Jacksonville area, I recommend Money Miser 100% on Blanding Boulevard in the Jacksonville area. But this is a Gangster Jeweler, guys. I'm really happy with the way this one turned out. This one looks nice. They all look nice, but this one really, for some reason, really turned out spectacular. But this is a Gangster Jeweler, guys. I'll see you on the next one.